How you all doing? I got cut off in my last video. I do not know if I can put it back in, and I don't remember what I said. So the only thing I came up with right now, because you know what, I just had a reflection. I went outside on the balcony. Guy's wearing a coat, walking a dog. Dog is barking at me and barking at me, and I look at his coat. I guess that's why he turned around, and it said 85 on it. They just put the speed limit in Montana, excuse me, Texas and Montana are both 85, passing through Colorado. Now, when I think of Colorado, and because of where my mind is always towards the Bible a little bit and creation and what happened in the past in Germany, that they passed through below France to get around over the mountains. I'm trying to understand how that movie went. That German movie was good. That was fantastic. Um, so it brought me to the Swiss Alps. And then I'm thinking Swiss Alps, Alpo, dog food, Swiss cheese. And then I start to say, oh my God, when you see the Coors Light commercial, you see all those mountains. So, I mean, if you had to reflect, where would all the mountains be if you compared the Swiss Alps to the U.S., you would have to say Colorado. Colorado passes between, okay, Texas and Montana. But the biggest thing I think I already mentioned, it's Nuevo Laredo. Something about that. The letter count is perfect. It means birthman of the twins. Okay, 77. 77.69 is what the number is. And it's just, so what is going on between, I don't understand, between Texas and Montana. Are they bringing something there? I mean, because don't forget, the road from Nuevo Laredo, if you just go a little bit towards the north, you bump into Roswell, New Mexico. Then you're over to Amarillo. Hit Highway 40, just like here in Quebec. Okay? And all the way up through Colorado. I'm not sure of the exact route, but I'm telling you what, it's just a little bit here. I don't know which route they actually take. But I know it's straight and right through the Rockies. Hey, Rocky! Yeah, Rocky the show, eh? How about Rocky and Bullwinkle? Okay. You ever looked at the Canadian quarter? Well, the 25 is between the two antlers. Hitler, antler. In between the antlers. Or actually, I'm not sure, but I'm going to take a wild guess on this. Do they call the male bucks actual bulls? The moose? There's the deer and the moose, don't forget. Okay? So is the deer supposed to remind us of the moose? Because if you take two maple leaf on the Canadian flag and put them together, it looks either like a moose or it's cartoonish, you know? It looks like either the moose or it looks like two people holding hands or it looks like a wolf. But anyways, I'm not sure what you caught on to in the last video. And one of the things I wanted to show you is this. I'm not going to explain to you exactly. There's a word that comes out of here. Now what it is it's three dice cubes, all separated. Each one has four worlds in it. Now the only way to connect, as everybody knows, okay, is to connect on the sides. Okay, connect in the center. Everything connects to the center. The sides come in towards the center. So the words in the center, starting at the square of where man is connected to the first cube, it says dada. Da-da. If you use the whole word, it says a-da-da. Okay? But when the first dice cube is cut at the top, it looks like a C. At the same time, there's a nose on it that looks like a backwards 9. If you take away the front gate, it would look like the E. Okay? This is partially of what I was going to show you. Now, the other part is, you see that there? That's like the cross on the flag, on the Quebec flag. And here's what they actually look like. If you redesign them, they're actually the two dice, one on each side. If I can put the line both ways, and those twos are actually together, it makes the letter V. And 22 is the 22nd letter in the alphabet, and it stands for the letter V. I don't know what I didn't show you, but what you saw at the bottom is this actually. Except what I did is I split the cubes and put them at the top. And that's the passage in the porthole. What I'm really supposed to do with this, this is not right proper. You see the end here? These are all frogs. They're all supposed to look like frogs, okay? Leaping frogs. This part over here is supposed to be open. between these two spots here, it's supposed to be separated, okay? Because every dice has to have its own space, and then you go on. Except when there's the three worlds, okay? This is just the inner pod. And when you have the three worlds, okay, they're all on top of each other. No matter which way you turn them, okay, the 5 in the center will always remain there. But it's not in this design. This design actually looks like a reflection off the lake, doesn't it? Doesn't it look like it's reflected? Okay, so many things I can do with this. What I was going to show you next is just how I had fun. I had a dice cube, and I just showed you everything I can do to that dice cube. There's the number 5, then there's another 5, then there's a square. And there's a special thing about this dice. You see this one right here? This line over here doesn't have to be there. The only thing that holds in this dot in the center is this square around it, okay? That's the square you see in the pound key. The dog pound in the center, the tic-tac-toe, that's the way it's created. Everything else you create will become 8, 5, 5, 2, 2. You can also do the 6 if you want and make another one, but then again you're repeating this one over here. I'm showing you without repeating, okay? Because if I close it here, I then make a backwards A. Here would be a backwards A for the angel, okay? And here would be another 2. 55, freedom 55, 22nd letter in the alphabet, life. P, 16th letter in the alphabet, 1 and 6, 1 spirit, 6 man. For the 1 dot over here, it's the only letter that does it. 5 times 8, the only numbers that go together and do this. 5 times 8 is 40, 5 by 8 is 13, makes 53. That's the number of Quebec. 53 is 5 times 3 is 15, 5 and 3 is 8. 8 and 15 is 23, the number of creation, the W in the alphabet. 2 times 3 is 6, 2 plus 3 is 5, number 11, angel, man, and spirit. 1 plus 1 equals 2. And that's how it all began, 2. First it was God all alone, and then it was 2, and then it only doubled up after that. If you don't think I know anything. Did I ever tell you about this trick? The next war is going to be called Woof.com cat paw. Why? Because we live in the dog pound here, dog backwards. Don't forget, if God is down, we're up. If we're up, God's down. Only one can stay with us, because God, what he has to do in order to make sure we understand is he sews a shadow on himself. And his shadow is opposite. So, if his shadow would be opposite, hopefully I can compare it to, I'll use this design. I guess you might like this design. There's this one. I don't want to show you that one yet. There's this one. The orange is I'll do it this way. Okay? There's the 1 world, 2 worlds, 3 worlds, okay? You see that box in the center right here like I showed you before? That's the only way to get that dot. It's the only O, okay, in the board. So this is part world over this world and a part world over the bottom worlds here. Man is the center world. So this corner of man and the other one in here are in both God's world. Man only has 2 corners. This one up here and this one down here. And that's why the 22nd letter in the alphabet is D for life, because man only gets those 2 corners, plus he gets 2 corners from the female God up here, which is the regular God, and he gets 2 corners down here. So man becomes man 6. In all actuality, they all have their own 4 corners. It's how they're used. That's why I say it. They're there, but they have to be used by God because of the Spirit. So you have 4, 4, and 4. So you have 12 tribes of Israel. You have 12 days in the year. 1 is alpha, 2 is beta. 1 and 2 is 3. 3 in the actual combination of the 1 and 2 is 3, makes 6 man. Okay? So look the way this angle is. Just look at the design, okay? Everything makes a design. Anyways, I wasn't getting into that yet. Oh boy. Oh boy. You want me to explain this one? If you actually count it, okay, and I'm going to cheat, and it shows to you that there's 63 moons on Jupiter. The reason why there's 63 moons on Jupiter, okay, is you have to understand, God has his own system, 1, right? Man is 6. He's got 3 on the left 3 on the right, because God possesses those 3. Okay? 3 on the left, 3 on the right, 6. Plus God is 7. Okay, now birth is 9. So now there's 81 worlds, but we're not, instead of multiplying the 9 by 9 for the 81, in all the 9 worlds, there's 7 connections. 7 times 9 is 63. 63 moons on Jupiter. It's not that I know and I've been there and everything, but you know what? The words and definitions of the dictionaries, the words everybody speaks, and the music they write, and what they sing, and the movies they play, and the games they make, and the rules of the games of casinos in back to back and front to front, whichever way the car turns, however notches are on the car, whatever I see, whatever it is, it was built based on connecting until it works 100%. God does it the same way. He connects it till it's 100%. Just like at the end of a word, he can't use that word anymore because he's used everything in that word and it ends. Well, he only can do that for man, because man likes ends. Whatever doesn't end, he can't do it. Whatever does end, he could do it. It's very simple. I could or I can't. Should I try? You should at least think about it. If you're not sure, ask a friend, and then another friend, and so on and so on. I am 7286. This session is over. I do have many tails, and man is connected to the tail. Do you know what happens if you cut man's tail off? Tailbone, his backbone. Cut that off. Cut a cat's tail off. What happens? He just runs away. Cut a snake's tail off. He runs away. You cut man's tail, the story is over. Therefore, the tale you heard, the story untold. Because this man, the only way he goes to hell is the story never told. So this cat is still alive. They call me Tacpans, Decatur, Rolling River. I am the one-eyed Jack. Take care, guys.